Yes, Laurent Plancel, I know him for 15 years.
16, even, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and he's the one who brought me to London, so yeah.
How did your collaboration start?
Start training together in 2004, something like that. And then we start doing fight scene because we are fan of martial arts films. And it was 2009, we did a fight scene in the forest. And
The first one.
and then we start from there.
Yeah. We met, actually, we were doing tricking at the time. So we were like part of the first wave of trickers, like tricking, the martial art tricking. So we met and we just trained together, but at the time it wasn't into fight stuff, it was just about kicking, flipping and martial arts.
Yeah, to be a ninja.
Yeah, like be a ninja, I'd say. So I was part of his team.
Yeah.
And then around 2008, 2009, we started to be interested into fight choreography.
Yeah.
But just, it wasn't serious, it was just like, okay, let's have fun, let's
Just
try
have
something.
fun,
Yeah. And that's how we met.
What are your favourite martial arts films?
Flashpoint, Donnie Yen. I
Back
know
in-
you agree with that.
Back in the days, I think, of course, Bruce Lee films, Jean-Claude Van Damme, but the modern one is I think Donnie Yen.
I think I mean, obviously, like, we have different thoughts about that, but we really like Donnie Yen because to me, I think he really, like, is one of the few action actors who could adapt his style with his film. Like, he's not only kung fu all the time, like he brought the MMA and everything, and every film is different, so you have a different signature, and I think it's maybe the only one who does that. Scott Adkins does that too, but Donnie Yen is really, you can see the evolution.
Yeah, yeah. Even in the Hong Kong film industry style, I think it changed also because back in the days the Chinese movie was about kung fu, you know. But him, he mixed with taekwondo, different martial arts,
Even
MMA
wrestling.
recently. Like,
Yeah.
he mixed MMA
Yeah.
on the ground, the stuff like that. So yeah.
What is your history with martial arts?
I start with kung fu wushu because I watched many films of Jet Li. Oh, I forgot to put
Jet Li,
to say Jet Li as well. Yeah. And then start from there because I love the performance. You know, it's very flowery and very beautiful to see, to watch. So I start kung fu. Yeah, and then taekwondo just after because I love legs, kicks.
I started when I was 5 with karate, Shotokan style. I didn't want to do it. It was because my parents just pushed me into it. Then I started to like martial arts, and then I did capoeira for 2 years. I did tricking with him like for maybe 10 years, something like this, and hapkido for 8 years or so, a little more, 8-9 years. So yeah, I like to try different styles like him, so this felt more well-rounded.
Yeah, actually I did 5 years of kung fu, 7 years of taekwondo.
What's the best part about being a stunt performer, and how did you get your start?
I start in France doing live shows, so it's all about performing, you know, movement, body, performing, mixed with martial arts and fight choreography, and then from there we start being stuntman.
Yeah, that's true. We started with a live show.
Live shows in Paris, we were doing live shows, and then that was beginning of being a stuntman.
Yeah, we talked like, what, 2003, right? Something like
Two-
this. We're doing
No,
shows all the time, right? Even before that.
2009, you mean? 2008, sorry. 2009, we started later.
Yeah.
10 years ago. 11 years.
And then you got into stunts.
Yeah.
I mean, probably
Then we
film
start-
stunts.
We started like that. Live shows first, and then movies came after.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost the same in terms of performance. We're doing live demonstration of hapkido. Talk about before 2000, or like even before that. I joined the film industry very late. That's 6 years ago this month. Thanks to this guy. I wasn't into stunts and stuff like that, but I was always into martial arts. But I never had the courage to leave my career and do stunts. And 6 years ago, you brought me into it.
Yeah.
So my career started 6 years ago. I started in France, and then I did like a few gigs in France, but it wasn't like not as big as here. And then the first big stunt stuff that I've been doing, stunt double on a Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. That was my first job as a proper stunt.
What do you see as the future of martial arts / action films?
I think it's going great, thanks to films like John Wick. John Wick 3 just got released. I'm not doing the promo, right? But I'm just saying that it's a great film. It's maybe the only one big martial art blockbuster like in cinema. I could be wrong, but I don't see any other films. I don't talk about like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
I talk about proper martial art, jiu-jitsu, gun stuff. And it's great to see movies like that, like succeed. So it's helping us. So we can actually, in the independent world, we can try to bring something new, right? I was saying that before in different interviews that people like Scott Adkins, they are fighting. They stand as an ambassador for what we're doing, martial arts, action film. And if they don't do it, it's difficult for us to, it's not a competition. It's really trying to fight. We all have the same goal, is to push martial art movies. So we try to help each other, and if it doesn't, then we just.
And also because of John Wick, because it's a big production and they do martial arts movies, maybe that will open doors for different companies. They want to do the same genre.
How has your experience been as an actor in the film and television industry?
It's not easy to push into the acting stuff. It's more rare, if I can say, also. But it's been great. I started my career with stunts, and then I went to identity drama school to become an actor, a proper actor. But my acting career started quite late, I would say 3 years ago, with a jailbreak. So I needed that time to train and get more momentum as a stuntman, action actor, to start acting. So I started with Jailbreak, Night Shooters here, a Disney film called Artemis Fowl. It's been great. I love the acting side of things, and then also action, so I try to do both.
And you?
Yeah, acting is I always wanted to be an actor, even when I was starting martial arts. So it was part of my training, martial arts and acting sometimes, action actor, let's say. But it's not easy. It's not easy, it's very difficult, and the opportunities are very rare, so that's why I'm doing stunt on the side. So it goes together. So actually an action actor can do both sides. So
that's why that's usually what people do. It's everybody.
So all the action actors you can see, they do the same.
What drew you to filmmaking?
Action. Obviously the action side of things, but now I'm starting to discover the directing side of filmmaking, which I really like, because it's you put your vision into the film, in everything, the story, the acting, how you direct the actors, stuff like that. It's just not only the action design, but I really appreciate, because it's very difficult. It's a different game. And I appreciate the challenge, and it's very rewarding as a person to see your work, your vision into the screen. I don't talk about action, but the whole thing. I started to learn to like it when I was pushing my acting career more.
I've been trained as editor, so I like edit movies. I start with more like fight action sequences, but now I would like, because I like to start, but in the future like doing more drama.
How would you describe your filmmaking style?
The thing is, on the filmmaking stuff, we work together a lot, because we obviously like different films, but we have also like films that we like in common, like the Donnie and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we try to make, even in our short films, like a commercial approach, it looks like a music clip, and that's why we try to put the vision in terms of action, and even of acting, of the stuff that we watch and that we like, and we try to do our own. I would say our style, how can I say? I don't know.
It's a mix of, I think, Western movies and Asian movies.
Yeah, it's just that we like Asian cinema,
So
we just to tell our stories this time.
What is your favourite part about filmmaking?
Because we do a lot of action again. It's always about action. The action design. It's what makes us very it's super exciting to create an action design.
creativity.
Yeah.
Creativity.
Exactly. It's not just a choreography. It's like, okay, how can we bring our vision into the screen, into the action? So I think the action design for me, because every time we kind of work backwards. We have an idea for action, and then we're like, okay,
And then we make a story around.
make a story around. Because people do that, even the big, some people, the directors who do action stuff, they think like this. They think about action set pieces, or they have an idea for action design, and then they build a story around it. We do this because, I'm not a writer, it's same for him, but what we think we know is action, so at least we can build on this.
What inspired you to make Dead End?
Movies, yeah.
It's contemporary, modern gangster film, like SPL, it's a special idea, stuff like that.
Special idea, I think it was the closest.
But how it started, we were playing games, and then we were like, okay, should we play games or should we make a short film? And we're like, okay, let's do this. We talk about, okay, let's call a director friend, Colin Emerson, and he helped us to do Dead End. So we're like, right, 3 people only, doing this. And I said, because we were bored, that's it, that's simple, and let's start a short film. So the influences were all what he says, Hong Kong cinema, and we made it thanks to Colin.
And also it was a challenge for us to see if we can do it. That's it.
Because we always, okay, that was the first time we did. It wasn't my first time because I did the James Bond stuff with Colin actually.
A proper story and fact.
Yeah.
It was the first.
And we like to create stories that it's like you just turn on your TV and then it's just the story is happening, and we wanted that Dead End. It starts with me getting angry at him because I believe someone betrayed us in the story. And then we did our action stuff. We also like to try. We never tried before to make it look like with a narrative. Usually, it was just a fight scene. It's usually two stunt people fighting. Well, we're actors. Why don't we try to bring the acting, the narrative, and the fight, so we can try. And we did that without any pretension. Just okay, let's have fun. Let's do something. Let's challenge ourselves.
We made it in 3 afternoons.
Yeah. No money, just do yourself. A lot of ideas. We knew how to put the camera, how to put the slow motion. We talked with Colin, so how to make it all together. And
what did you learn from working on Dead End and applied on working on The Division?
Dead End, okay, it was just one scene. It's one scene. The Division, we're like, okay, you know what? Let's make a TV episode.
Let's go further.
Yeah, let's go further. Then let's see.
Push.
Yeah,
let's push.
Okay, we did one 5 minutes, right? Let's see if we can do 30 minutes without any help. Again,
we love challenge.
We love to push ourselves. And the thing is, and to be completely honest, it's just, and I think actors will know the frustration of not seeing, the action you want to watch. So you rather do it yourself. So Dead End was confirmed. It affirmed to us, okay, what if it's pretty cool, what if you do it bigger? And what if you call our friends? What if we call the stunt guys? It was teaching us to get the courage, the confidence to go, okay, let's try to do, and next one will be a feature film. You see what I mean? In the same...
this is a progression.
In the same logic,
This is a progression.
Short film, and then 30 minutes, a medium length short film, and then next will be feature film, because
And then TV show.
Hopefully, whatever, we just...
Film series.
Yeah.
Film series. Franchise.
Next John Wick franchise.
Well, that's we love John Wick. We love stuff like that. We just want to create our own content.
What were your influences for The Division?
Hopefully people can tell it's the Raid and John Wick together with the martial art of Donnie style and the camera work of Jailbreak, and it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, we want it to be also like a TV show. You turn on the TV and then it starts with what's going on.
What was your favourite scene to film in The Division?
Warehouse fight. I think it's my favorite. because it's crazy.
Yeah,
We went full on this one.
Yeah, this one was
Also the drama. I love the drama. The part with Parker and Adam, the characters.
Yeah, the two bad guys.
The two bad, yeah. Tony.
Tony, the action was tough to film. The warehouse fight was actually what we put in the film is not the whole fight. I think it's maybe
half.
No, maybe 70%.
70%. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff and we didn't. It's actually pretty cool, but then it would be way too long.
Yeah.
I think we filmed 2 days action. That one fight scene in 2 days in that warehouse, and at the end we had 6 minutes of fight scene, which is a lot.
That's like 2 or 3 weeks, even more in a big production.
Yeah.
But we did it in 2 days.
Yeah, and then we had like
2 weeks,
a few rehearsal with the team. Yeah, it was challenging, like all the action stuff, because when people know if we film action, you don't know how it's gonna turn. You know, acting you can guess, right? But action, if it's different, you know, like
it's
and you're stressful. You go on the bar. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Like we knew how to do it, but it's just when you have to perform real speed. We never really rehearsed the camera.
The timing, the camera,
Yeah.
the timing, performance,
And
timing
is key for the action, so it was stressful for that, but I appreciate when I somehow wasn't on screen, when I was really in my director seat, because I was directing this one at the same time, so doing everything is just messes with your mind.
Could you tell us about the feature-length film you have planned for the division?
Okay.
Tell us.
We can, the thing is we cannot develop like because we need to be, it has to be confirmed.
Yeah.
But we've got attention in Asia. I think the format of a TV show would work. But again, it takes time to develop a TV show. It's like what, 8 or 10 episodes, something like this. So our idea is to, with the division, was to be like a proof of concept, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, we did that with his money.
Producer.
That was the idea. The goal is, okay, you produce the thing, I direct. First time for me directing. Also, at the same time, we want to show producers or investors that we talk about action design, we talk about filmmaking, but if I never direct anything, like I'm not legend. Like, you know, I need to know, I need to try, and I was also interested into directing. But at the same time, it shows the producers, these guys are serious, and they will do it no matter what, and that's what we did. The response is always positive. I said, oh, something like this, from where does that come from? The action is very different, it's super cool. It's super dynamic, and the fights are cool, and then you did that with like your own budget, right?
A very, very low budget.
Yeah, when I said low budget, like people need to understand there's no first AD. We had second ADs sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
We don't have makeup, costume, like
No craft.
Craft. You have to
okay, you know, like we call like for.
Nah, you can't call people with all the craft.
We did the division.
They won't turn up.
During the fight scene, we fight and then we look at each other because we're the main guy. There's no other assistant. Did you call for lunch? In between the fight scene, cut. Did you call for lunch? You called for the pizza, and then pizza coming. It's
no.
Between takes, I was doing my producing job.
Okay.
Yeah, and then whoever had the time would give the pizza, and the guy got lost, and it was like that.
My driver, blah, blah, blah.
And it's in the
everything.
No makeup, costume, like makeup. We bought one bottle of.
We were doing all makeup.
We look at the
I was doing.
Oh, that's the wrong side, and we just put the wrong side.
No, it's this side. No.
It's not running rehearsal.
Okay, is it continuity? Okay, let's go.
So we should look out for the outtakes then.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
How has your experience been with Fighting Spirit Film Festival?
Yeah, that was great. That was amazing. The last time, what was it?
Well, we had Dead End in the festival.
Last year.
And then
Yes,
you
Dead
came
End.
both in.
Dead End, yeah.
And then you also came last year as well, I know.
Yeah, I came last
and we
year.
had China Novak, which James is in as well.
Yeah.
But
That was great.
You've
know.
met some filmmakers, and I know that you've been in a film with people that you've met.
Yeah, you saw me like maybe 2 or 3 times, something like
Yeah.
that. Different projects.
Yeah, because you did one with did you do one with Samantha Schnitzler as well? Did we show you?
Yeah, Samantha.
So the fight.
Yeah, the fighting
Yeah, the
with
fight
Samantha.
scene.
Yeah. So yeah, it's great because we meet people, new people. We sharing experience, sharing ideas.
Didn't you go and be in a feature film with Ross? Did you meet him there? Ross Boyce?
Yes, Ross.
Yeah.
We worked on a Ross movie, Vengeance 2. So
It's out this year, isn't
you
it?
will see us, guys. That was great, yeah. So this is a small world, you know, you
Yeah.
meet people.
And you were
And that's-
also in Amber as well, which was called The Takedown
Oh,
with
yeah.
David Newton. And his film was in the
David
first
Newton, yeah, it was shown as well in the festival. So many
Connections.
So, connection, yeah, and that is great with this festival. It's bringing everybody together, and yeah, and then
We need more of this.
we need more.
Thank you.
Thank you for this
Because you guys support the work, you know, it's, we help each other.
Fighting Spirits Festival. That's great things for UK, and
Yeah. I
hopefully-
remember speaking to you guys before it was even a thing, really,
Yeah.
back in.
Oh, yeah,
so we
yeah,
met-
your idea, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we met on Now You See Me Too, JP, and I think it was just one of those things of like, oh, yeah, we'd like to do it, and then here we
And then
are.
you did it, yeah.
This is going to be our 4th year,
Nice.
so hopefully we'll see you both there.
Yeah,
See you then.
see you there.